Now, many of you have asked me, what exactly is the Midwinter soup frenzy and how exactly is the soup made? Well, as in many things in life, the easiest way to explain this is in the form of a song. So maestro, please, if you would please hit me with the funky drums. Oh yes, it's time for soup. Why? Because it's the middle of February. Your vitamin D levels have dropped to catastrophically low levels. The only way to supplement them is in the form of soup. Now, I have no scientific evidence that eating soup will increase your vitamin D levels, but it's a theory. Now, many people ask me, how exactly is soup made? In order to make soup, you need 4 key components. The first one is a pot. The second is some water. The third is a heat source of some kind. And the fourth are ingredients. And the fifth is seasonings. Now you might say to yourself, wait a second, you said you only need 4 things. Now you came across with 5 different things. Well, I'd have to tell you this. Consistency is not one of my high points. So don't worry about it too much. My logic might not be particularly refined, but my soup is. Soup, 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 soup. Soup, 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 soup. Now people ask me, once you get those 5 components, how do you mix them together to make a delicious soup? Well, you start with the beans. You gotta soak them overnight. At least 24, 36, or 48 hours worth of soaking. Now I can't get into exactly why you want to soak it, but just trust me on this one. I know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Now once you soak the beans, you gotta pour that water off and bring those beans to a low simmer. Let them simmer, simmer, simmer in your Zimmer. Now Zimmer is the word for room, I believe, in German. So why would simmering have anything to do with it? Makes no sense whatsoever. But that's not my concern right now. I got bigger fish to fry, or bigger soup to cook, I should say. Soup, 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 soup. Soup, 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 soup. Now people ask me, what kind of pot do you need? I say, go into your kitchen and get the biggest pot you got, and then throw it away and buy a bigger one. Because when you start making soup, you can't pussyfoot around. Anyway, back to the beans. Once you got those beans simmering, you start chopping up your vegetables. Now people ask me, where do you get your vegetables from? Can I get them from a can? And I say, well, sure, you can have tomatoes from a can. If you wanted to eat about 20 milligrams of bisphenol A, be my guest. But if you eat soup in my house, you won't be eating any of that crap. You'll be getting fresh, hothouse tomatoes. That's right, fresh, hothouse tomatoes.
Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Oh, yeah. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Come on. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Fresh hothouse tomatoes. Fresh hothouse tomatoes.
Hothouse tomatoes from Canada. Ooh, good God! Big shout out to my brothers up in Canada making those fresh hothouse tomatoes. Because without the fresh hothouse tomatoes, the soup is gonna taste like shit. Soup, 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 soup. Soup, 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 soup. Now there are other issues that are involved in making soup, but I think for now, we're gonna leave it at that. But this should give you the basics that you need to know to enjoy a midwinter soup frenzy. Thank you very much.